Hey, what's up, guys? So, today's video is going to be a little different. Now, today's video is going to be a lot like my Gojo Satoru pros and cons video. So, for those of you who don't know, I don't have a script I go off of. I don't write down what I'm going to write. All my videos are freestyled off the top of my head. These are more like shower thoughts. Like, I'll have a thought in the shower in the morning, and I'll come back here and I'll make a video about it. So I've never scripted a video. I've taken down notes, which was from my Gojo Satoru video. Gojo Satoru pros and cons. That's probably one of my best videos. The only problem with it was my stuff was backwards. So if you see this right here, I know you could see it perfectly fine, but it was backwards. So even today's video, this isn't scripted. This is just notes. And I'm going to freestyle what I don't like about part 2. So, this video is probably going to be like fucking 20 minutes. I don't know. I hope to pray to God it's not, but let's get started. So, Chainsaw Man part 2. So, we can all, I'm not going to, there are some things I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about part 1, arc 1. I'm not going to talk about the public safety arc. I'm not going to talk about, bike just went down my fucking road. I'm not going to talk about the anime. This is straight part 2. So, let's look at part 2 when it started out. Part 2 was good. And it made sense. Asa was such a interesting character. Like, her character is so interesting. And just, you see what she battles with. And then, one day she's suddenly killed. And the war devil takes her body, I would say it was good. Well, hold on, let me lead up to where I'm getting to. And then Denji came back around, which was so happy. Like, we was like, where the fuck is Denji? Ooh, this reminds me of another note. Hold on a second. Okay. Bingo. Okay. So. Fuck. Sorry. Okay. So. I would say part 2 was good. Listen, I'm not shitting on the series. Please don't think I am. Listen. I got into anime because of the Chainsaw Man anime. I always say this. Attack on Titan made me interested in anime. Chainsaw Man made me love anime. Because up until 2020, Attack on Titan was the only anime I'd ever watched. So, and then I found Chainsaw Man 3 months after the anime ended, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? And then I promised myself, I'm going to be an anime only. I'm going to be an anime only. I'm going to be an anime only for Chainsaw Man. But then, that the episode 12 fucked me up with the whole Denji, would you rather be a field mouse or a city mouse? That fucked me up, and I was like, what could that mean? Then I got into it, and I realized, oh, that shit's not that deep. But anyways, Chainsaw Man Part 2 was good. Hear me out now. I'm going to explain my reasonings. Up until the Falling Devil / bike riding arc. So, for those of you who don't know what the Falling Devil is, it's a chef that sends you into doors. It tries to send you to hell. And it just has a lot of hands. I don't want to go too much into it because, obviously spoilers. There are spoilers here, but the Falling Devil isn't what I have the problem with. It's the bike riding arc. Dude. When I say drag on, I mean, if you look up the definition of drag on, a picture of the Chainsaw Man bike riding arcs will pop up right there. This got dragged on and on and on, and it was so boring. I didn't like it one bit, and it really made me tune out. I didn't even read a single chapter until the bike riding was over. And I just thought, and for Denji not even to get the killing blow, for fake Sawman not even to get the blow, for fake Sawman, stop stuttering. I'm sorry guys, this is the earliest I've ever made a video. I'm fresh out of bed. I just thought about this laying in bed. And fake Sawman got the kill on the Falling Devil. After how much of a nuisance she was. She doesn't even get killed by Denji. Alright, next point I want to talk about is Chainsaw Man turning into regular show after the bike riding arc. Here's where Chainsaw Man really started to go downhill for me. It started turning into regular show. So I'm just going to try to remember. This is all I remember, by the way, off the top of my head. So what happened after the bike riding arc? Let's look at it. So Naruto shows up. Fami comes around and is like, hey, we got to team up, yada, yada, yada. Then they go home. Denji has a... No. Then Asa goes and she waits for Denji and Denji doesn't show up. So Asa thinks, oh, he left me. And then, what's his name? Octopus Boy shows up. Hentai guy. Then, Denji had... Wait, fuck. Then Asa gets ran up on in school by some fucking military people. Denji gets kidnapped by Octopus guy. Denji is now revealed to he wants to lick the guy's asshole clean. And then he's let go. Then Denji and Naruto go home and Denji's like, I'll never find anybody. And Naruto's like, I'll be here for you. What else happens? Fuck. I believe Denji's in the movie theater with Octopus, and that's when Fumiko, I still remember that chapter, she's touching my wiener, and I believe her name's Fumiko, shows up, starts rubbing on Denji's dick, and she's like, hey, if you suck that devil's tentacle, I'll let you fuck me. And then they go start singing somewhere, guys with baseball bats run up, and then it looks like Denji's about to fight Fumiko, but then... Yoshida shows up and is like, hey, she's actually on our side. And then she's like, well, I'm 22. And then the Chainsaw Man church happens. And then you get it. There's just, that it's not even in, it's like not even in order. It doesn't even feel like so much stuff is happening randomly. It's exactly like regular show. Okay. And another thing I want to talk about. Asa is not the main character anymore. Now, I believe I've made, in general, 3 videos on this, and I've only uploaded 1 of them. Asa is not the main character anymore. She's not a main character anymore. She is the definition of a side character these days. So, if you wanted to talk to me about Asa being a main character, you could have talked to me up until the Falling Devil arc. After the Falling Devil arc, you cannot talk to me that Asa is a main character anymore. Which, I mean, people say, for part 2 to even happen, Fujimoto, he had to switch characters from Denji. No, he didn't. Which is why, not even 15 chapters back into part 2, Denji's already showed up, and he's already taken Asa's spot again. And this is another thing I want to talk about. Asa's appearances. Asa is the most inconsistent character ever. And I think it goes to the fact that up until last week, Denji and Asa hadn't talked to each other. Like, they haven't been on the same screen together in a year. Think about that now. If you want to say Asa's a main character, she hasn't interacted with Denji or even mentioned him in a year. A year. That is bananas. And it really needs to be talked about Asa's appearances. Asa goes Asa goes missing for months. The longest month she ever took out was 4 months. Asa once wasn't in the story for 4 months. And I really think that goes to show how little Fujimoto cares about her. Like, if she's a main character, she should be in the story more. She's not. She's going months without being in chapters. Next point. No go. What? I know I said I wasn't going to talk about part one again, but let's do this. No goal. What was the goal of part one? The gun devil. It was, oh, let's find this gun devil. Then when they realize, oh, the gun devil's been dead the entire time. Aki, you just wasted your entire fucking life, and you're gonna die in 2 years thanks to Makima lying to you. Then we realize, oh, Makima's actually the bad person, and she starts killing everybody. Denji kills her, eats her, boom. What's the goal for part 2? Like, what is it? There's no goal. Again, it's literally regular show. Things are just happening until maybe the last couple of chapters of part 2. And then it makes sense somehow. And another thing I want to talk about, Fami's appearances. Fami is, up until last month, well, wasn't that even a month ago? Well, I'd just say 3 or 4 weeks ago. Fami was one of the most interesting characters in all of Chainsaw Man. Because she was mysterious. She popped up out of nowhere. I mean, oh fuck, I don't want to mess up my action figures. I was going to get out volume 14, but I was like, man, I got a power statue leaning right on it. I don't want to fuck that up. But Fami is literally just a comedy character these days. She shows up and she's just fucking worthless. Like, she shows up and all she does is eat, and that's supposed to be funny, I guess. Anyways, this is probably the most important part of this video. Power's whereabouts. Now, dude, don't even try to mention this in the Chainsaw Man community, because people will be like, well, Denji's gotta take care of Nayuta first. Fuck you. I don't give a shit about Nayuta. First of all, she's the control devil. You think she can't fuck? If Denji is letting her ass walk fucking 8 to 12 dogs on her own on the street, you think he gives a fuck where she... People say, oh, Denji, he can't look for power because he's got to take care of Nayuta. I just spit on my fucking camera. Jesus. He's got to take care of Nayuta. I'm going to argue this. No. And you can also argue the point that, oh, where's the fuck is Denji going to look? That's a good point, but is it not odd to anyone else that him and Power made that contract? Fuck it. I'm going to do it again. Volume 10. We're going to find this shit here. Rize's fine ass. Let's see her. Wait, is it? Please. Wait, did I fuck? Fuck! I did it again. I'm not doing that on purpose. I swear to God, I'm not. Volume 11 is where you'll find this. I might start crying with this. Hold up a second. I'm not even joking. I might start crying. Okay, so Power's whereabouts. This was the last time we saw Power, by the way. I'm going to read you the whole scripture. Like I'm reading the fucking Bible. Here we go. Power, Denji, I'm here to save you. I've lived enough, Power. I ate a lot of good grub. Flirted with a girl. Got to play video games with you guys. Slept next to you. Brother and sister activity, by the way. Fuck you if you ship Power and Denji as a brother and sister. Ship them as a couple like a real man, like I do. From my point of view, back when I was stuck in that debt trap, I really did get to live my dream life. So, I'm good. There's nothing good waiting for me in life anymore anyway. Plus, you won't be there, right? Dummy! Dummy! Don't say that. Do you miss me that much you can't do anything? I do. You're such a fool. Fuck. Stop crying like a bitch. Hold up. Stop. Fuck. When devils die in the world, they're reborn in hell. I won't be me anymore, though. So if we meet again, probably be as enemies. Denji. So, Denji, go find the Blood Devil. Find them, make friends with them somehow, and turn the Blood Devil into power again. Then I could be your buddy again, can I? Denji, this is a contract. I'll give you my blood in exchange. Come find me again. Yeah, that's sibling behavior. Some European chick, I'm looking at you. Sorry, I get emotional every time I read that chapter. Because Power and Denji, I ship them, obviously. I ship him more than I ship Asa and Denji. I don't even ship Asa and Denji at all. Anyways, it's not about ships. Maybe Fujimoto pulled a gay Akutami and forgot he even wrote that. Fujimoto's an odd kind of guy. He ate his dead fish on camera. His pet goldfish on camera, so you can't expect him to be coherent with the story. But it's like I'm saying, Power is probably in hell, or is Denji just gonna wait around until, like, oh, there's a blood fiend somewhere, let me go find him? And what does Power mean by turn him into the blood fiend again and we could be buddies? Turn him into Power again. What does that mean? I have two fears with Power's character. Two fears for when she comes back. My first fear is that she'll be brought back in a male body, which I don't want that to happen. Second is that Asa and Denji are going to get together, and Power is going to come back and be jealous, and then Denji's going to have to turn her down. That's my fear, because where Asa and Denji are at these days, I don't ship them at all. Asa's kicking Denji in the dick with Katana Man. And can I also mention, Power is still the only character in the entire manga to remember Denji's birthday. Nobody else has even celebrated it. Asa, I'm done talking about Asa. And Power, I just can't wait for the day she comes back. I don't think she'll come back in part 2. I threw that hope out the window. So a lot of people thought she was going to come back when Denji got sent to hell in the Falling Devil arc. So spoiler alert, Denji got sent to hell in the Falling Devil arc, but not really. He was going to hell until Fake Sawman killed the Falling Devil. Anyways, let's get off Power for a moment. Next point is, here we go. Too many love interests. Let's look at who Denji has to compete with. Well, who Asa has to compete with. Fuck, it's hot in here. I might have to take my shirt off. Asa, here's every love interest Denji has right now. Asa, Rize, Famiko, Power. Am I missing someone? I feel like I am. I don't know. Obviously, I ship Denji with Power. I mean, I even put them beside each other because that's how I think you're supposed to do it. Say, like, look at this. Like, is that not just cute, man? Look, they're even beside each other right here. That's so cute. These two belong together, man. They belong together. It's the same thing with fucking Itadori and Noboru. Like, I ship them, but most of the community hates that ship. I mean, we're not even going to talk about ships in Jujutsu Kaisen, considering out of the top 30, there is only one non-gay one / illegal one. And it's Gojo and Urahime, which is a good ship too. I like that one. Gojo's straight, by the way. Hold up, let me get this out of the way real quick. A lot of people say shippers ruin communities. No. Shippers don't ruin communities. Sexuality shippers ruin communities. So, for example, Jujutsu Kaisen, Maki. Maki is shipped as a lesbian by a lot of the community, especially on Twitter. But in reality, it's more apparent that her and Yuta love each other, which I don't see how that's like blind to these guys. Anyways, I ship Denji and Power. If you ship anything else, you're wrong. Oh yeah, I want to talk about Rize too. Rize is still alive, by the way. She's out there somewhere. We just don't know where she's at. Nayuta, a yandere. Here we go. So, I have a theory. And it's the theory that Nayuta is going to kill Asa. Hear me out. My biggest proof of evidence is the how much do you love her panel. How much do you love her, Denji? How much do you love me? What if Denji would have said, oh, I only love you like this, Nayuta? He would have died right there. Because I've been saying this. Nayuta is a yandere. I know. People are going to be like, oh, Aaron, you're weird. That's a child. I'm not saying that. I don't think it'll happen at the age she's at now. I think it'll happen when she gets like a little like 2 to 3 years older. But she really gives off the yandere vibes. First of all, let's look at this. She doesn't want to be around anyone but Denji. She gets mad at Denji when he even says he loves Asa. He got mad at Denji when Asa kissed him. She said Denji is her property. I mean, what more proof do you want? That's definitely going to be something in the future. Anyways. Next point. Too many storylines. Did I already talk about this? No, okay, hold up a second. I'm about to sneeze. Too many storylines. Let's look at all the storylines we got going now. Quan Chi, Katana Man, not Falling Devil. Quan Chi, Katana Man, Asa, Chainsaw Man Church, Hybrids, Rize, Power, Fake Saw Man, Death Devil, Fami, War Devil. Like, that is all that's happening right now. Ooh, fuck. I'm sweating from how much I'm talking in this bitch. But yeah, that's it. That is the entire video. And that's the second video I've ever taken notes down on. I've been doing YouTube for, I want to say, 5 years. And that's the second video I've ever took notes on. Anyways, take care, guys.